So, why does a producer need to be technical? Well, first of all, it's about respect. If you are a producer who knows or has some technical knowledge, you will get a lot more respect from the people you work with because you are actually talking their language. Yep, that's really important. Because if you speak the language of artists, if you speak the language of designers, they are going to trust you a lot more. They are going to trust you a lot more because they will be able to understand and know you are someone who can empathize with their problems. You are not just someone who puts in a task in Jira and tells them to get it done, or cannot understand the complexities they deal with on a day-to-day basis. As an example, a couple of years ago when I was working with a technical artist, one of the problems she had was about how to make better pipelines when it comes to automation between different engines. And since I knew a little bit about pipelines between different engines, we could immediately connect and we could explore things like Houdini, we could explore things like Unreal Engine, and we could also come to understanding that, hey, maybe there's a knowledge gap within the team which we need to address instead of building, let's say, a tool from scratch. These are extremely valuable moments where you become someone who's irreplaceable for that specific team. Now, the second reason is prototyping. A lot of times we have a lot of ideas and we want to go ahead and prototype things, but we don't have the time or we don't have the resources. In such cases, it is really important that you do not bother every team member or ask them about doing a favor for you. What can be really cool is you build prototypes on your own and you bring it to the team. You can have ideas of tool pipelines, you can have game ideas, you can have design ideas, you can have gyms, and you can show it off to different team members and ask them, what do you think of it? And then you can pass it on to the experts if it is received well. This will again boost your value within a team. And I do a lot of R&D, I do a lot of prototyping in my own time because it's helped me solve so many problems with experts in the team, being with them in the trenches and understanding how we need to go about things. Now, the third key factor is something what is really important, stakeholder management. Stakeholders are important to any pipeline, and if you are a producer, a lot of times your role is somewhere in between. You want to bring in these complex technical terms, but you want to simplify it for the stakeholders to understand so that they know why something is on schedule, something is overscoped, or something is not in schedule. And to do so, you need to kind of break down complex terms, which are technical, into simpler terms. Like, let's say, what does it mean by pixel streaming something? What are the problems that will come about by having 3D assets which are 8K all over the place in a game world? How does world partition work, and why is it important that your team spends time on doing these world partition? Now, if I'm talking to a stakeholder in this language, I have pretty much lost them. I need to show them visuals along with a verbiage that they can understand and they can relate to so that the flow of conversation is always transparent and it's honest. And lastly, if you do take up technical skills, like let's say learning blueprints, learning complex pipelines, it helps you in terms of not just logic, but problem solving. And that is something that everyone wants. People want problem solvers in the team, not just people who follow orders. So this is not just going to help you in your career, it's going to help you in how you look at problems as a whole. So producers out there, really go out there, learn engines like Unreal Engine, learn pipelines within these engines, learn ecosystems, learn about basic visual scripting. It is really going to help you in your future.